And we're back!
What, we went somewhere?
4.3 seconds have passed, and they... No, nothing's changed, never mind.
Yeah, we're still clearing overworld. It's all cool. Plenty more of that to do.
And Saber's favorite level, 7.
Wonder if he's gonna Triforce and go just like Kingdahl after the real easy compass into Triforce find.
Yeah, it depends on if he finds the map.
Well, maps in this room, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the dungeon, so yeah.
It's almost as a separate thing. Just leave. Just go.
Yeah, I think you do.
It's like, look how big I am. You don't want any of this. Get out of here.
Kingdahl with a blue ring purchase. Very interesting, seeing as how we've seen a book.
That is kind of interesting, but with the 1 heart start...
He's got 4!
Yeah, but any Abe, you're going back down to 1.
This is true. That is the worst part about a 1 heart start.
It really is. The beginning when you got nothing and hey, a level.
And we're forced to go left. That's an interesting sign. Wonder if the old man's down there or something. We got fires! And Flopoo!
Wow. That was unlikely.
Yeah, that's super nice. I mean, they're not necessarily bomb droppers, but not having to deal with red bats is super
worry,
nice.
the red bats to the bomb droppers.
Probably. You know, I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. Like, if you somehow rolled, like, the gel splits off of the Zol and the bats off fires as bomb droppers, but they die in 1 hit. That's horrible. Why do you come up with this stuff, Deerwolf, man? Come on.
I always think on the positive side.
Positively terrible? Yes, you are correct.
Like, hey, you got a force. Oh,
man.
Hey, level 4. That's a
This
level.
dungeon, not being very nice. Forcing you to use a key. Good thing they started with a ladder, too.
Yeah, that seems very useful in this form. And Dark Knights don't want to die.
To answer a question in chat for Jake Coper, we have got Swordless that started with a sword, so we need a wand to kill Ganon. 1 HP start. Shapes are forced. We have drop group shuffle that happened, heart shuffle that happened. Rooms are shuffled, so things are not in their normal room, and they started with the ladder and the sword. So, yeah.
Pretty solid item start.
Yeah, especially for Swordless.
Oh, definitely.
And +4 or -4 HP is also forced on.
Yeah. And fires are very nice. Very cooperative to the player.
As real Sam Gamgee in chat is saying, the arrow purchase paying dividends right now for Saber. As we see Kingdahl slowly, painfully whittling down some Pole's voice as Saber just shoots some bots and gets it over.
Yeah, I don't see Kingdahl go into 1 anytime soon unless there's a hint in the level saying, hey, 1's on Death Mountain.
Yeah, very, like I said, very weird play that I would probably not make. Yeah, you take that. You take that. You don't want to clear. I guess it'll stay. You're good. Okay, never mind. It's got traps. It's never going to respawn.
He's debating, like, what items do I really need at this point? Silver's probably a 9.
Wand.
Wand, that's a 9 too.
Which would have to be important items on in this particular flag set. That'd be great. It looks like this is a segmented 3. This was a segmented 3. That's and super handless. Yes.
Yeah. As you do.
Good times. Yeah, so just gonna take the Triforce out of 4 and fail as we get a heart in level 3.
Okay, well, stair items are not paying out today.
At all.
No, just shuffle the hearts into the stairs.
That's only the 3rd item we've seen out of a dungeon, though, correct? I'm trying to keep track, and I keep forgetting to pay attention.
Well, 2 out of level 1.
Yeah, we had a bow and a heart container, and then a heart container out of 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Still a lot of missing information. No hints purchased yet. Keys have been a little bit sparse, but
Gets the large. That's all of his large secrets gone. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting. I don't know. He's seen the book. I mean, do you buy the book? Do you buy a blue ring? What do you do in this situation? Do you buy keys? Because keys have not been very friendly either.
You know, it's a tough call. If you had a wand, you'd probably buy the book, just because the stick is so in shapes specifically too.
I would be saving and buying the book to see if it's an atlas.
Yeah.
I mean, because you could always restart. There's a dungeon, I think, pretty close to start there. But I mean, atlas with shapes, come on.
Recorder find, huh? That might be important.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah.
It's gonna be recorded to unbeaten vanilla dungeons. That's just what it is. Saber gets shot in the back. So recorder on the 4 and 3.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
Wait, Kingdahl got the recorder and he's not tuning? What?
I mean, I didn't toot when I got a recorder because I don't know where 9 is, and you know, you gotta find 9, no matter what.
I mean, this is true.
Now, with the chance
well,
of
you know.
Oh, well, never mind. Start recording now.
Saber does go buy the book. Perfect timing, dude. Like, I love it. Burn the witch. And what do we have? This is level 3. So this is recorder to beaten dungeons.
Yeah, you got the Triforce out of there.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's going to help with some travel. Their start screen is garbage, so being able to recorder to, like, decent screens is pretty good.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, I mean, if you're Saber, he can manip stuff, and I think he's good. Like, 4 hearts, he probably feels comfortable. But man, if the book is a map for Atlas, that's pretty good. As we see some pretty good scrolls here on Sabers.
Yeah, it is a good point that you could always do item hunts later too.
Oh, for sure.
Although I'm pretty sure Kingdahl's just gonna find that bow. I'm pretty sure it's forced on the way to the Triforce, right?
Yes, it is on the floor on the way to the Triforce. You are correct.
So, yeah. No chance of missing that, but Silver's red ring could be outside 9. We never really know.
Yeah. It's always nice when it is. Or when the red ring is in 9 and the silvers aren't.
Or you
Shape
find a red
6.
ring outside 9 and silvers are in 9.
Yes, that too. And we have level 5. Oh, and it is an Atlas. That is a big purchase for Saber.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And gets to make quick work of these pulse voice. Buy a potion here for King. And immediately it is the transport, which is per... That's about usual. And we... Ugh. Is this a dead end room? Please be a dead end room. It's shapes. It has to happen.
I mean, it seems very likely.
Can't shoot an arrow into the wall, Saber.
You can try.
There it is. Yeah, there's the dead end room.
Yep.
I think these are bomb dropper. Nope, that's not the bomb. That looks like the life group.
That blue wizard.
Yeah, great place for that.
He had a good life.
Well, there you go. That would have been interesting to find early on.
Well, Triforce and go, I suppose. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, again, I guess you got to assume you play for. They didn't put Force Ganon on, I don't believe, so you got to play for no Ganon. As much as I hate that, that's really the way you have to play it. I mean, I never do that, which is why I lose. But
I mean, if you didn't start with the wood sword, you'd be digging for offense, I would assume.
Oh yeah, you need to dig in for the wand, regardless. But yeah, the sword makes all the difference. Okay, so
it
blue
really
moblins.
changes how you play it.
Blue moblin and another. Oh, hello.
Oh,
That looks like a mixer.
I was thinking it was like a hand reaching out to grab something.
Oh, hi. Well, guess we're done. Peace. I mean, you ain't going anywhere else in that dungeon.
Interestingly, Kingdahl went up in 5, which has the possibility of leading on a journey here.
Why is he killing the...
I'm not sure.
Well, those things rolled down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was...
just want to see what HP
weird.
Is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so he's going the wrong direction, which means we might find an item. Whoa, goodness gracious. Thank you. Thank you,
Spoilers.
Mr. Old Man. The good news with that is that should key you into that we probably have got helpful hints. I know that 2 is probably not good confirmation bias, as we've seen in previous seeds, but regardless...
I mean, what else do you got to go on?
Ooh, he almost got bumped into that key door.
That would have been unfortunate, but, you know.
Alright, so Saver gonna do some Death Mountain. The question here is Kingdahl gonna burn keys, or is he gonna go backwards, which will force him to the Triforce? I think he's gonna get forced to the Triforce. Oh, good grief!
Oh, man.
Thank you,
These
Lord,
maps.
for an Atlas.
These maps, my goodness.
That is
Levels are
horrible.
huge.
Interesting choice to switch to the boomerang instead of just walking over there.
Oh, Kingdahl. Are you not gonna go down 2 rooms?
I mean, he's got to, right? Yeah, there it is.
I would think.
Yeah, so this basically means we're not going to have any idea what's in 5.
Probably not, unless Kingdahl leaves. But that's a possible staircase you can't leave, right?
I mean, yeah, and it just goes to nowhere, unfortunately. I mean, like this bow, and Kingdahl's going to get his bow soon, but he doesn't have money for arrows now. So you know, it doesn't seem like. Well, yeah, but I meant like immediately, which, you know, for Saber has paid off already in probably a minute and a half, as we get another heart. Woo!
Staircase items equal heart, right?
Yeah, that's how that flag works, right? That's what I think.
I think so. Well, hopefully there's something of value down here. Or, yeah. Have we seen a second quest room yet?
Negative. I mean, we haven't. It doesn't mean that they're not on, but so far none of them have. Yeah, Kingdahl spent a good chunk of time just to get trolled. Hopefully he just up an A's. I would just up an A. Save yourself time. Or not.
Well, he might be killing these in case they're bomb droppers, which,
true.
Yeah.
So Saber, you don't have muddy options here.
Yeah, you go up through a key door, or you go up here if you can.
The keys are actually becoming a pretty big problem. Fortunately, there's a bomb wall, but Kingdahl's sitting on 0. And we know this is going to just be the staircase.
Or the transport.
Well, it's yeah.
Segment of 4. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know, that's got the Triforce and the item in it, so.
Right.
That's the only way Second Quest 6 works. This is a really interesting shape.
It's It is funky. You could see like another level that's in there.
And the bomb upgrade shuffled in here too. Interesting.
It's only 90.
That is correct, Zardax. They forced swordless and started with a sword.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness! That's really weird that we've got 2 Triforces and Triforce rooms with shuffled rooms. Man, that's crazy.
I mean, it happens.
Just imagine how much that would screw with you if those are the first 2 dungeons you cleared.
Well, yes. Alright, high level 8. And probably...
Bye, level 8! I mean, you have to, right? Especially because you don't have a map of this monstrosity.
I think he didn't quite see it until he was already walking out.
Oh, nope, he's going for a clear.
Interesting. I mean, there's a lot of items in here.
There are, in fact, a few.
Probably 3 hearts, right?
I mean, if we're playing by the way this thing goes, it's probably the blue boomerang, which they don't need, the ladder, which they already have, and a heart. Yes, a heart.
Gotta always find the items you start with. That's just required. So we need to find that ladder.
Well, close to a ladder.
That's something.
And level 2 wants to play Hangman.
It really does. Tektites with HP are so annoying.
Man, these shapes are just annoying. I can't imagine doing these without the Atlas like Saber has. They're just so I guess they're very linear, I guess is what I'm going. They're non-traditional shapes as they're very linear. Which plays havoc with your bomb count, like because you try to bomb walls all along that column and all of a sudden you're out of bomb.
That is the shape's promise when you don't have a map.
Right. At least they're not underneath Gomas.
Yes.
I mean, we have a bow and arrow, so I guess it doesn't matter. And there is a blue boomerang.
Now imagine if that's the first level you dig and you see that on the floor. In that room.
Yeah, for sure. You
like,
are in trouble.
Oh. Well. Alright.
That's a wand.
That's a boomstick.
Yeah, that's go fast or go home. I mean, yeah. At this point, Saber just you guess Silver's a 9 and go.
Yeah. Missing 3 and 9 for Saber, and well,
which are both over by the forest. So the moment that he makes his way that direction to clear, he's gonna get it done quick.
Yeah. Raft in 8 is not required for anything. And, yeah.
So who would have thought Death Mountain was the play?
Apparently so. Like, a lot of levels up here.
I mean, he's done this before he did the forest, before he did most of Lost Hills. Very interesting. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of how the seed has forced you a little bit, but at the same time.
It's interesting that Kingdahl is just, on his trail in Death Mountain. Gonna find level 1 and other levels up here, and yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, other than the boomstick, which he now has, the biggest advantage Saber had was having the Atlas here for these bigger dungeons and stuff. And Kingdahl trying to take this and not... Oh, no, he goes down! Let's hope there's a key down here. This could be a key room.
Could.
Or this could be the other item, actually. I guess we don't have standard rooms, but this will be a drop of some sort.
Maze magic key.
That would be sick.
Silver's would be crazy.
And
or it's the map.
It's just the map. Look at, I mean, again, like, this is hyper linear.
Thanks, buddy.
Dude, come on now.
These have been really helpful.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I wonder if this isn't just straight helpful hints. In which case, you might run into the Silver's hint in level 9 also, which is a good reason to just make your way.
Definitely.
Yes, as Sam Gamgee says in chat, quotations, helpful, air quotes, hint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to clear this room too, because this is a possible key here or something.
He's debating how he wants to do it. Should just die to the bomb.
Yeah, we get a bomb drop at least, but yeah, 5 rupee.
Yeah, fair enough. Probably wants to approach the land mola room from below, because that room sucks.
Another interesting possibility, right? We're talking about things that can roll to the bomb groups. What if you get the Zols, like split off gels, the bread bats, and the baby dig doggers as the bomb droppers? Rip your bomb chances in the seed.
You can always buy them. It's fine.
Yeah, the nice low price of 7 in this particular flag set. But man, what if you get 40? All right, Saber's going to find 3, and then find 9 in short supply. So this will be,
yeah, those are definitely some healthy Lionel friends there.
Yeah, I think they have 9. Don't die!
Yeah, don't die. Definitely don't want to die.
I'm just going to use a potion. I don't mind this. You don't want to lose your bomb damage and everything else.
Yeah. I mean, potions are there to be used.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not one to talk, but man, it's irritating whenever you have a potion and you don't use it and you're watching. It's like, well, I've done that a million times, so I can't say anything.
Oh, definitely. Who hasn't?
It's like, just use your potion, and then you're like, well, I'm 16 rooms into level 9 through 9 staircases. I have ever heard I could kill Ganon. I don't need to use my red potion. No.
Ganon has 0 HP. It's fine.
Well, you look at that, Vires are in fact bomb droppers.
Nice. So, Saber completed the Triforce. Swordless,
Yeah.
1 heart, 36 minutes. That sounds about right. 0 Triforce start.
I mean, when you start with a sword.
Yeah,
Still, I mean, regardless, it's that's a fast. Especially with shapes. Level 6 and level 8 and level 4 all being hyper generous with their Triforces.
Yeah. It's surprisingly generous with all the Triforces.
And there's the bow for Kingdahl and the Triforce. And he's going to... Is he going to dig a little bit more? He's going to dig a little bit more.
I mean, he has the map, and it's like 3 rooms.
Yeah, Saber did not have a map when he came here, so he didn't quite know which way to go.
Yeah, he didn't spend that key to go south at the beginning, so yeah.
Yeah, in before Dig Dogger in 9 blocking the way to Zelda. I mean, we gotta talk worst case scenarios here. It's gotta be trolling. Very last room. Gonna be the last item. What do we got?
I don't know, tough Guardians.
Well, you know. I mean, that's a lot.
1 heart, already got a full bar of them.
And a blue ring, so 16 hearts. Pretty good place to be for him.
Oh, definitely.
Saber 1 screen away from level 9.
Doing some pausing. But yeah.
So I don't know. Play the game, going to Death Mountain and finding bow early, and choosing to buy arrows after 25 seconds deliberation. I mean, I don't know how much time that saved, but it definitely kind of put him on the... And the book purchase at the end of the day. I mean, he's found all 3 large secrets, and I think Kingdahl hasn't found the other 2. And that book being an atlas. And hello!
Well, Kingdahl spent some money on a little blue ring.
Well, I mean, that's fair too. Kind of got to pick your poison. And boomstick.
Yeah.
Cheaters. Playing swordless, start with a sword, and you get a boomstick. Like, what is this?
And I think it's just probably going to be Patra's in here. I had to guess.
Yeah, I think so.
So really, there's a limited amount of time here. Because Saber's not going to run out of bombs.
Saber.
Keys are the only thing in this silver question.
Saber, those are black squares. Those cannot be rooms in shapes.
You know, you got a boomstick.
God, Gotta kill this Patra. He could. That would be evil. You know, if you didn't think people hated shapes enough, let's put hidden rooms.
Only if they're surrounded on all 4 sides.
I could take that. That's fair. That's fair. I could take that. It's not a staircase. Oh my gosh.
Alright. Kingdahl gets a heart out of 6, as you do.
So he's just gonna walk down and go left. Doesn't matter if you up an A, because just stay with the same amount of heart. Not even gonna switch to arrows. Not worth the menu time.
Yeah. He's gonna be sticking with this on his B button, I think. Unless something forces otherwise.
Gotta check for a red ring, because that would be a pretty big find right now for him.
Yeah, red ring, silvers.
Or compass.
Yeah.
Well, hi there. That's an interesting place, especially because you can't go up that main column.
Yeah, so how do you get there is now the question.
3 staircases.
Only 3? That's
Only
generous,
3. That is generous. It's another Patrick. Gosh.
Patra. Oh.
And he's making it hard to bomb that wall. You can't just stand on the left wall and bomb it either, which is really annoying. And up is not the answer either. This might be just a dead-end room also.
It's a walk-through wall, it's fine.
the only one that rolled in the seed.
Why not?
Perfect.
I mean, it's not like we had to explore any other levels, really, that could have it. Yeah,
to be fair, he is checking.
Yeah, he's doing his due diligence.
I don't know that he ever actually bombed that left wall.
I don't recall seeing that either. I think he's more interested in checking out this than that.
Well, Zarnax, that is just Fred being awesome. It'd be too easy if you started with 4 or 5 hearts. We can't do that. Man, this is a very interesting level 9. Like I said, 3 staircases. Kingdahl in 6. He should find his Triforce. I think it was to the right here. The left.
Yeah,
the left. My bad.
I thought it was
right?
just right on the floor.
Okay, maybe.
Room.
Yeah.
But I think Kingdahl's doing some due diligence to clearing this room out.
Up, up, up we go. Game does not want to let you go left or right at all. That whole like northeastern wing has just been closed off.
Slowly eating away the keys. I mean, you have to go up here, right?
Chat, CD, Improv, say, and Roar.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. So Saver gonna do this is probably the smart play. And there's a bomb wall. Never mind. Guess he didn't check that one earlier.
That probably would have been a good one to check since it opened and it seems to be leading.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to arrows. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Thought it was bomb for a second, but I think it was just frame lag. What are bombs gonna do for you here? I'm confused.
Going for the heart. I like that.
Yeah, we can get there.
Hoping Zelda is a magic stair. That would be something.
Yeah, it would be interesting. And it is! Ooh, this is ominous. I can't say for sure, because there was a game that I had where you had to clear the room and the shutter door opened. In this case, we need silvers. Let's go!
Yeah. Well.
If they're right here, I'm going to be really sad. Just saying.
They very well could be. I want a heart in the staircase, please.
Yes, that would be great. Oh man, that'd be terrible. 4 item and 8 is the silvers.
Floor item 6 is the best floor item.
Yes. And Kingdahl now has found level 2, and he'll find, I believe level 4 was up here on Death Mountain also. So he's really not that far behind. He's going to get his wand. The only advantage being Boomstick for Saver, which is pretty big. But that's really it. And then Kingdahl has a blue ring and extra hearts. So the key situation's kind of rough, but yeah. Still anybody's game with silvers needing to be found. And we've seen more than once where Kingdahl just walks into a dungeon, takes the right path, and wins it outright. So
It very well could happen. It's not over until Saber has Silver's Ganon down in Zelda's room.
It's not over till somebody finishes. I have died to the fire before.
Well, that's just silly.
Well, I mean, I was like on Red Ring. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, I was on a quarter of a heart.
Well, that happens too.
You know, it's my own fault, but... I mean, all in all, for the flags chosen, very fast seed.
Oh, definitely.
Extremely fast. I mean, we're talking 45 minutes, and we found Zelda, Ganon, and we just need silvers on Saber's side. And Kingdahl not very far behind him.
I guess he's looking for either the second item or a key. I don't think he saw them. Yeah, I don't think he saw the magic boomerang due to the key door.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Or a map, because again, these dungeons are hyperlinear. It's annoying.
They're all neat little shapes, except for 6. 6 looks.
Ugh, 6 is terrible. Yeah, the swordless nullified definitely does help. Definitely accelerated the start a lot, and there is the Triforce for Kingdahl. I mean, that's the worst part of swordless is trying to find any kind of repeatable weapon. So you spend the first 20 minutes to hour and a half looking for something. I mean, Saber would have had a bow at 30 minutes, which is pretty good, but still.
Yeah, because we haven't seen like Red Candle yet. The wand was also pretty free, but again, Death Mountain. So it's like, when are you gonna go up there?
Yeah, especially... Oh, there you go. Oh, really?
He
was just up there. What
Huh.
room did he miss? Hi. Nice hints. Thank you. Please, please, please be deceptive. It does still mean that silvers are a 9, but either way. We've had that. So many true hints, and this silver hint is false.
I mean, it can happen.
Oh man, so good. It's in that little room that you can't get into. That's like 4 south or 3 south of Zelda. You couldn't get into that one. This could be it actually. Do we have silvers? We do. Well, that probably about wraps this up, unless Saber crashes somehow.
What would be the worst possible room for Ganon?
I mean, he's got 5 hearts, and he does not have a recorder. As I say, he can do recorder strats. Probably Chevy room. That's one of the worst.
I mean, you got the wand hitbox on your favor.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
wand. Then that would be unfortunate.
Be 0 HP anyway, so not like it matters.
I mean, yeah, we all know that's true. We like to pretend otherwise, though.
Zelda's room, Zardax, come on now. You're right, that would be terrible. That should be an option that we get Fred to do, is put Ganon into crappy rooms, knowing that you might not be able to actually get to the Triforce. I'm okay with that.
On shoot room.
Right? Oh gosh. Vertical shoot room, let's go. Actually, horizontal would probably be worse. No, it would be vertical.
I think Saber...
Saber, yes! I was hoping this would happen! You can't hurt him with the sword!
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no!
That's the quirk. You gotta know.
Oh, I was talking about that earlier. I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, I can't wait to see these guys try to sword Ganon down because I started with the sword. Oh man, that gives Kingdahl time. I mean, he's still got to get in. He's got to find the silvers and all this. But again, if you take the right path, it's not that... Oh my heavens, that is fantastic. Oh man.
I mean, I've been there.
Yes, it's one of those very, very quirky, very difficult to know type of things. It has been mentioned, but either way, very easy to forget.
especially in the middle of a race. Sometimes you just forget such things.
I mean, how often do you have a sword and swordless?
You know.
Though I do remember in past we had swordless seeds where it used to be as soon as you got into 9, the sword was sitting on the floor.
Right.
We have had several swordless seeds where in fact it was required to beat Ganon to get to Zelda. Even though he wasn't required because it was open Ganon at that point. But, you know, good time.
Yeah, older versions of the rando. Back in the old days.
I often wonder if Fred has those archives somewhere so we can boot up some old stuff. There was some pretty good stuff back then.
Saber got his fairy.
All right, let's go. He's got a potion also. He's good to go. All right, he's on the wand. We should be all right.
That's promising.
All right, sweet. We got it.
Yeah, he has HP. What's up with this?
That's all right.
Yeah.
One hitbox. He could be standing at the bottom of the room and still hit him.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Definitely high HP. There it is. I think it's pretty much a straight walk.
Yeah,
No, I lied. It's not. It's got to go down.
Maybe. Yeah. The bomb wall's down here. So unfortunately, just not enough time for Kingdahl to come back. Just too overpowered in the swordless seed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Boomstick being an Atlas really made a lot of a difference. Just to clear times and knowing the walls you need to check. But Kingdahl's played a fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
Definitely took a lot of good decisions and just unfortunately came up a little short.
But GG to Saber, finishing at 51-17 on SRL.
Yeah, again even given a sword start, like that's a ridiculous time for the flag set.
For 8 Triforces, my goodness, shapes.
8 Triforce shapes, 1 heart start. I mean, the list goes on. That's a ridiculous time. And there's Zelda for Kingdahl. Zelda, sorry, Ganon. My bad.
Same thing, right?
The bad guy.
Oh, probably did not read the motion there. Probably just wanted to test his HP with the wand. And now knows, yeah, that guy has HP. Nice little rabbit there.
Oh, that is kind of cute.
And we are joined by Crystal Saber.
Hey, GG, sir.
Thank you. A much different seed this time, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about swordless with a sword. How does that make you feel?
We have a chance.
And how about that first Ganon fight?
I had a chance. Okay, I have to know. Was I swinging my sword?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first fight you were
on it.
I was like, there's no way I could be missing him. It's funny because all the way up till 9, I always reminded myself, wand is required even when you start with sword for Ganon. And then I got the Ganon. You can't hit him. What's going on? Yo, what's going on? What's with this pattern? Then
very entertaining indeed. So I mean, like we were talking about, even though you started with the sword, very fast time, and Kingdahl's not very far behind you. He's in 9 before you finished. Just has to find silvers and Zelda, and just even with the fact that it shapes and everything, I kind of felt like the play that you kind of made that sprung you ahead is finding level 1 early, like the little stint into Death Mountain that finds you a bow, and you bought arrows after about half a minute deliberation, and Kingdahl spent probably a good 3-4 minutes clearing out Pulse Voice in dungeons.
Ah, shoot. I don't recall too many Pulse Voice, but then again, I just shot them pretty quickly. Yeah, that one was lucky. And the rest, I was banking on Zelda, again, and not being required, so I kept skipping everything I could. And then along the way to 2, here's a free wand.
A free bow, free wand, Kingdahl did make the option to buy a blue ring, whereas you bought the boomstick, and it also, which is an Atlas, which kind of paid a little bit of a dividend. The levels were pretty linear, but it definitely helped in some cases for you. And for the most part, he hasn't really dug out anything that you didn't. There was a recorder in 3 that he looked out, and he found the raft in 8. He dug a little bit in 8, but outside of that, you guys made pretty much the same plays.
Interesting. I do
Did you
feel
like how many levels were free?
Was that?
Did you like how many of the levels were like, here's just a Triforce, get out of here?
Yeah, like level 8?
It reminded me of old times. It definitely reminded me of old times where I used to just go as quick as possible. If you need to record her back, but with these flag shapes, you don't know if you can record her back. That's the sad part.
You could actually. This is one of those cases. It was recorder to new locations of beaten dungeons.
That would have been helpful, I guess.
Well, I mean, you found 3 last, so...
Yeah, because the blue Wizrobe sniped me right next to the original level 8 spot, I think. There was no getting out of that one, I don't think.
Kingdahl is going to get the double hints here. Silver's kidnapped northeast. Get over there.
Yeah, it's exactly where he wants. I mean, the hints being truthful too. There wasn't a lot that was helpful. Yeah, I mean, like we ran into Dick Dogger. Was the hint for 5 was in 5. The hint for I think 2 or 1 or something was it. Well, I think 1 was in. It's like it's super helpful stuff.
I did mark down some hint. Not that. Yeah, I marked down 1 hint shop. I was debating on going back into it if I had to search for the wand, say, or search for the silvers.
Yeah, and it was expensive. I think it was like 140 rupees, but it was on the grave spot east of the Armos, I believe.
But all the money secrets went up, and we had 3 large secrets.
Yeah, that made that really helped.
Bombs were cheaply priced. This is like the opposite of the last seed we had, even though we had the same flags plus a little bit extra crazier.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot in this seed that really could throw you for a loop. It pretty much gave you everything other than... it pretty much gave you everything.
Ladder to start? Okay, you pretty much go. Rush it all. Oh, here's a wand on the way. Here you go.
And I mean, this was also Heart Shuffle, Room Shuffle. I mean, you had a lot, and Bomb Shuffle. So a lot of bad flags. Again, 51 minutes, and Kingdahl's going to finish up here just under an hour or close to it, too. I mean, ridiculously fast times for both of them.
Yeah, it was a crazy fast seed. Well played by both of you.
And here I took off part of work to prepare.
It happens.
Well, you play the bad seeds so that you get the good ones, right?
So what happens next?
That's a great question. What are you guys doing?
Are we doing it off stream or?
Actually, I think, and I could be corrected here, but CD Improv apparently has volunteered to restream whatever.
I like restream whatever.
Now, I don't know that we'd have any commentary, but I'm sure that there are drunk Daves out there that might chime in.
I'm sure there's like 4 pairs of commentary that I'd like to jump in and swap.
Are we racing now? That's a great question, Jacober. I am off today, so I could do one today. If not, I think it would be like next weekend. That is my next off day that I could actually devote 4 hours to a seed.
I gotta eat dinner after this.
I don't know. We'll discuss.
Yeah.
I think Kingdahl's going to clear all of the northeast here looking for silvers and be one of his last terms, unfortunately. But yeah, your match is crazy. And if the time works out, I might be silly enough to commentary it.
Nice. Do we have to pay you though?
No. We'll see how it goes.
We'll pay you with giggles and kindness. Wait, that sounds so weird. Just forget I said that. We'll
Just
provide you
never mind.
entertainment. There we go.
Entertainment,
That's what I
yes.
meant. I will be honest that when Kingdahl said he wanted swordless for first game and second game, and he was saying how much he played swordless, I was thinking back to the I think the previous tournament, all boards, no swords, where I got knocked out pretty early. So I was kind of afraid he had way more experience with swordless than I did. And it's probably true as well.
Then swordless with a sword, of course.
We should have made a gentleman's agreement or something, or just take off the flag, really. But we didn't think about it until like 45 minutes before the match. It's like, we already decided the flags. It's already up there. Darn it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's still a fringe case, but it's still cool. Because again, I was saying in commentary that Fury and I were kind of hoping for that to happen in our seed, and it was cool to see. Oh man, Kingdahl is this is it. This is the silver room.
Yep. Gotta love remove open stairs. Trying to trick you.
Mhm.
And this time, a lot of the enemy's HP was much lower than before.
A nice casual bombing of the silver arrows, as you do. Now, is Kingdahl gonna pull a saber and try to sort down Ganon?
Maybe.
I would say yes.
You must have heard Ganon, I would think, right?
You can hear Ganon from 2 rooms.
Yeah, we're going back to Ganon.
It's a smart play. I mean, he's been south of Zelda, so he knows.
I'd have forgotten about it. Sometimes you get so distracted by the Zelda hunt that you're like, oh, was there a Ganon?
Interesting that he didn't find the compass. Saber found that really early.
This is true.
I think it was like it was a free compass too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just up in the Gimdo room.
Unless you take the first staircase, I don't see how you can miss it. I don't know.
I think it's 4 rooms up, and I just don't think he ever went that far up. But I mean, he's found Zelda. He's been south of her room, so that's not an issue. It's just getting back to Ganon.
The map becomes a compass for Ganon.
That would be an interesting change.
Well, it might take Kingdahl a while to get back up there, since he's going other way. So there's your compass. So what changes do you want in the next version of the Randomizer Saber?
Randomizer tournament.
No, just in the program itself.
Okay, second controller to select swap or able to get into the menu quickly. That's the feature I am still waiting on.
Interesting.
Because I want to play with select swap, but I can't. It would kill me if I did.
I still stand by my agreement that we could turn on blackout as long as you turn on select swap.
That's the agreement.
I mean, if that's the agreement, yep, we're out. How about we disable the pause button altogether?
Then you
doing
can't.
some
Yeah,
interesting
there you go.
things.
Then you can't menu. We disable the menu and we have fun percent on. Perfect.
Oh gosh.
Only select swap. Good luck.
And Fred makes it so all the items have the same color. Have fun. I hope you know how to count. Oh, you picked up a boomerang? I hope you know how to count.
Oh goodness.
Oh man.
Right. One more room here.
And get your GGs in chat for Mr. Kingdahl.
Give Zelda a present and GG with an official time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Really, those times are just pretty great for a 1 heart start, because that can be really brutal.
1 heart start, and again, all the other stuff that they had flipped on, shapes and everything else. That's really, really fast times.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to race Saver. Again.
Right? You're not on the elimination block.
Though that just makes it more exciting, right?
I mean, he's gotten me 3 times now. I've never beat Saber in a best of anything, so.
Ooh, it's time.
You can do it.
Fury's the other one that's got my number. I've never beat him in the best of anything either.
Which one?
Fury.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm working on that myself.
So if I lose, you have to play Fury again.
For
game 3.
Trying to. Oh, okay. Game 3. Gotcha. That's your remorse.
Yeah.
So
If I lose, you have to play Wolf.
just make it a multi-person race.
There we go.
See if Kingdahl wants to join us.
I'm trying to think of, on top of my mind, what were some of the flags that we selected? Free swords are off. Free wand is off. Free candle is off. No extra candles. Was it swordless OKO max HP shenanigans?
I think we're joined by Kingdahl here. GG's.
GG Kingdahl.
GG. Swordless.
Good.
Yeah.
Swordless, yes, with the sword. It's pretty good.
Well, I mean, it wasn't in my best interest because this 8 the Triforce is in a sword. That's it was really stacked against me. This, but I thought I played pretty good with what I could do. I got lucky with the level 4 hint, saved me a bit of time, but I don't know. I don't think I could have done anything better.
I think if Raft or Recorder had been required, you would have been quite a leg up on Saver, but unfortunately wasn't the case.
Yeah, it was the sad flute when I found it because it was deep in 3 and I used that last key and I thought, please pay off. And then you took the flute and no, it's not going to pay off.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part throughout this, you guys took pretty similar directions. I think the main 2 things that kind of differentiated was, one, Saber decided he was going to go to Death Mountain early and found 1, and got the bow and the arrows, which helped him clear out some of the Pole's voice rooms a little bit faster. And then you bought a blue ring, whereas Saber Witten bought the book, which actually turned out to be an atlas also, which helped him a little bit in some of those shapes dungeons.
I thought about buying the arrows, but I didn't have the bow, so I thought there was a lot of money. I don't think I found the third secret, so then I would have bought the arrows, but it was so close to the end also that I didn't want to see Paul's voice in 9 though, but unfortunately. But the race was over by then anyway. But yeah, the arrows would have saved me a lot of time in some of the combat rooms that led to nothing.
I almost didn't buy those arrows. I kept going back and forth between if I wanted to buy them for like 10, 15 seconds. Because I saw the boomstick, and I'm just like, I gotta save my money for that. But then it's like, but what if I need arrows because it's a swordless? But wait, I have a sword. But wait, I got a bow. I don't know. I'm glad I did it, though. And we knew there was going to be 3 large secrets because in the original level 3, I think the Armoses were brown, so that means that there's going to be 3 large secrets, and large secrets are large.
Yes, they were big.
Any other thoughts about the seed, Kingdahl, or the tournament in general?
I'm glad I joined the tournament. I wasn't going to do it, but and I'm glad I get to leave the tournament before all the sprite shuffles and everything, because I've never done that. It doesn't seem appealing to me to like not know what you have, and it takes a lot of experience, and I'm not going to get that experience because I kind of stay away from those kind of races.
I do as well.
Yeah, I mean, you get the best of both worlds. You get to have fun, and then you get to leave before it gets frustrating. So I understand.
Yeah, and I played Lack Attack and Saber back to back. That was I went 1-on-1, so I mean I'll take an evens on.
I'm just glad we raced together.
Yeah, I'm glad you agreed on some of my flags that kind of gave me a little bit of a better chance.
Yeah, you know how much I don't like shapes, but I go back and forth on that.
And swordless should, like it did in the first race, it should cause trouble. But this obviously it didn't really cause any trouble.
But like I was saying, like even if we didn't get a sword, the enemies had such low HP, and once you found 2, that's it.
Yeah, at least if you dug Death Mountain first, I kind of dug it last. So,
I found level 1 first, but then I didn't have enough bombs, so then I started digging everything else until I had more bombs, and I said, okay, time to go Death Mountain again. It just so happened that 1 was the first one I found that had the bow. But then I skipped 2. I skipped 6 and 2, so if I went to 2 first, holy crap, that would have been a super jet seed.
I found 7 first, took the Triforce, and then I found 3 with the flute, and I thought, please, take me to level 1 and 2 and 4, and but it didn't. So that was probably the right.
When you got flute and then you like immediately found 9 thereafter and started testing that recorder, it could have been so quick if it had just gone to unbeaten, but that's not how it rolled.
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about, well, he's not using the recorder right away, and Daryl's like, well, he's got to find level 9 as you walked into level 9.
That was pretty. Everything was perfect, but the flag didn't trigger.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, hey, man, you've had a fantastic run. It's always fun watching you play. I don't always catch all your races because you race a little bit earlier, and I'm usually at work. But I always enjoy watching you race because you're a tough competitor.
It was fun to play with the wand with the hitbox everywhere. I like to try to take advantage of that. I like to thank everyone that organized this tournament and does a lot of things. It's a pretty great community. That's why I joined, because I thought maybe I can get away with with my skill level, and I did okay. And I'd like to thank all the fans, the Swedish fans, and all the other fans that think I play wild and crazy, and that's who I am. So let's keep doing that. in the future also.